Hello, Alex.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, everything okay here from South America.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. We are very, very far apart, aren't we? Because I'm in Scotland,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah.
shows that yes, we might all be stuck at home, but virtually we can connect all over the world, which is pretty cool.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to send a little tweet and let people know that we are live now. And I would just like to ask, I can see we've got two viewers already joined, so that's awesome. Hello, thanks for joining in. So as always, please do take a moment when you either join this session now and are watching it live, or you join later on by watching on our YouTube. Please register to the form that you see there. So either scan the QR code or go to this link, and I will just make sure that I get you the right one. I'll post it in the chat now. If you register your details there, not only do you get free learning materials from Microsoft related to this session, but it also shows Microsoft, who are our sponsors, that people are engaging with our sessions, etc., and it helps us to get you guys more goodies. Before I hand over to Alex, I would just like to remind everyone that we have an event coming up, the Cloud Lunch and Learn Marathon. It's our first ever event. It's going to be a global event, 24 hours of content on the 13th of May. We have multiple language tracks, over 170 sessions, and over 150 speakers. So we are mega excited about that. If you haven't already, please check out the launch live event that we did on Monday. This is Wednesday, so 2 days ago. It tells you everything that you need to know about the event. So it shows you how to register, takes a tour of the website. We tell you a little bit about the charity that we're supporting and how we're hoping to bring the power of community together to raise money for charity. Also, there is a prize draw for the first 250 people registered. You will go into a draw to win some Microsoft Swag Kit. And over the next few weeks leading up to the event, there will be multiple opportunities to win yourself some swag kit and some surprises. So definitely get registered for the event. So check out our website, Cloud Lunch and Learn /marathon. And with that said, I think I'm just going to hand over to Alex and let him kick off with his session. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
No worries.
Well, welcome all. Welcome to join us today. I don't know if good afternoon, good night, good evening, but in this new reality, we can join but over the world, so it's good too. Okay, let's start. Oh, I don't know what happened with the presentations. So give me a second. I don't know what happened with the screen.
I can remove it and then you can try sharing your screen again and I can add it back in and see if that helps.
Yeah, I think the Stranger page is freezing.
Oh. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll.
Give me a second, please.
That's okay. Hey everyone that's currently viewing. Let us know in the chat where you're joining us from. I'll also post again the link that you can register for the event so you can get access to some free Microsoft learning materials because that's always handy. So I've posted that in the chat. Oh, I think Alex is going to rejoin. I think that's what's going to happen. And in the meantime, I am going to stay on, keep you guys entertained. And Alex will be back in a second. In the meantime, I would highly encourage anyone who is viewing right now to go to this link in the chat and register for the event. Alex is back.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. I don't know what happened, but I am back. Okay.
That's okay.
Let me know if you are seeing my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's start. Well, hello again, everyone. Well, today we will see the presentation. The name that I put was AI Power, and that means the combined cognitive service and power platform. So the AI comes from the cognitive service, and the power comes from the power platform, obviously. And I want to this talk, these presentations, not be a simple exposition. Now, I want to these presentations serves as an inspiration to how to make challenging solution, how to combine different technologies to do better solutions. Now, and that's the objective of the presentation. Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Alex Rostan. I'm an Uruguayan, but now living in Paraguay, South America. I'm Microsoft MVP in business applications and works within Camino, Spain as cloud architect. I'm a Paraguay Power Platform user group leader and organizer of the Azure en el Bar community, and it's a community that we create at the start of this pandemic, and with the objective of showing different people from different countries all over the world, and Microsoft corporate in Redmond, so that we are doing all the month. Okay, this phrase is pretty much used in every presentation that I talk, but the artificial intelligence is not the future. And I say that AI is the new normal. We are involving that every process can be improved by applying AI, no matter how simple it may be. Science, it is simple. It can probably be solved autonomously. No, okay. I don't know if you understand me, but I try to say is try to apply artificial intelligence. Try to apply a simple cognitive service or a simply pre-built model to make things better and simply. So in the Azure data landscape, we will see today part of the cognitive service model. We don't use today bot service. I use today Power Virtualization to keep it simple and show that the new platform of Power Platform, of course, to create and develop chatbots. And I use part of the Power BI as the Power BI API to try to connect what we will see in the demo. Try to connect Power Virtualization, user cognitive service, user Power Automate with cognitive service, with the cognitive service name Lewis, language understanding. I promise to say how the Lewis understanding is in the next slides, and combine this with the Power BI API, created a custom connector, a custom Power Automate connector. So I would try in the next minute to show how to build this kind of solutions. But first, what the cognitive service are, huh? And I want to encourage everyone to investigate and research about cognitive service. They allow us to apply artificial intelligence to a large number of scenarios with many specific characteristic, or how say in the slide, the comprehensive portfolio for domain-specific AI capabilities of the market. So the cognitive service are divided in different 5 categories of services. We can say vision, speech, language, knowledge, and search. If you want to enter to the cognitive service, AzureCognitiveService.com, you can saw different categories of these categories: vision, speech, language, knowledge, with different examples of how to apply the different cognitive service in the different categories in our common problems in our work, in our home, when our matter of solution. So one of these cognitive service that one today we use and saw how to use and train was LUIS. LUIS understanding that it can say it's a cloud-based conversational AI service, but how LUIS let me apply custom machine learning intelligence to user conversational. Now, natural language tech predicts overall meanings or put our relevant and detailed information. Now, designing to identify some values or key phrases in the conversation of the user, so we can extract these key phrases or how to say entities. When we enter to the portal and try to train the model, we see that we have different ways to train. But when we train an intention, what is an intention? An intention is what the intention of the user. No? The user wants to buy a ticket from Uruguay to Scotland. So we have the LUIS help us to understand what the intention of the user, that is buy a ticket, a flight ticket, but they have to extract entities. For example, they want to the from city is Montevideo, for example, in Uruguay, and Edinburgh and Scotland, for example. And I have to write the date, the date to from, and that different entities. The LUIS help us to understand what the user wants. That the way that we use LUIS. For example, in the demo, we have to get some information about our Power BI tenant. So we ask you, LUIS, imagine LUIS like a person, no? Like Luis, no? Like in the Spanish guy, Luis. And Luis, how the Charles asked me, well, hey, he asked me about, for example, for a workspace, for a data set, and what the specific workspace when this identifier, for example, my customer data set. I have just to extract these entities and this with the intents and the entities, we can extract all the information about what the user wants. Okay, I don't worry more about LUIS. So, and in the other way, we use Power Platform. We use today Power Platform with 3 different modules or applications in the Power Platform. We use Power Virtualization as our application or our front-end application that user can ask different things. Power Automate as an orchestrator now for the flow about the conversation to ask, and we will see next, and ask to LUIS, okay, this was the input of the user, and the user wants to know about what LUIS have that response, and connect with the Power BI, but we connect with Power BI through the Power BI API. So we don't see today, we use not directly Power BI as an application, or a dashboard, or a kind of reports. We use the Power BI API most at the administration view, administrator way to take different insight about the uses of the workspace dashboards and different dashboards in a workspace data set, last update of a different data set, and that's the thing that we want to ask to the Power BI API. So for those who don't know what is Power Virtualization, I think many of you already know and hear about Power Virtualization, but Microsoft Power Virtualization, it's a solution that you can see here, use a graphical interface, a low code or no code interface to allow us to create our own chatbots and integrate them with other applications through Power Automate, and we can use the hundreds of private connectors of Power Automate to connect with any system that we have in our organization. I today use Power BI API, so in my tenant, I don't have many different systems, but you can connect with a legacy system using a web service, creating a custom connector with your CAP, SAP, or your I don't know, your different system of human resources. I don't know. Salesforce, for example, that is a common ask about the client. How I connect my Power Virtualization and get data from Salesforce. Okay, create your custom connector in Power Automate or consume the Salesforce APIs and stuff in the Power Automate, and the Power Virtualizations just got to get the question about the user, what get pass the question through Power Automate. Power Automate pass through Luis, and Luis respond and get we consume with the intention. You can see the intention as the endpoint of the API in Salesforce that I got to get something, no? So in case if the intention is get my clients, so I get to make an endpoint, no? Get to consume this endpoint, but they get the clients, and with that entity, for example, get the client from some, I don't know, have sellers of that one, people of marketing, different scenarios we have here. So the Power BI, I put this slide, the Power BI, because there may be someone don't know about Power BI, but I think everyone knows about Power BI. The thing that I can say today is in the past, when we use Power BI, we have to download and install the Power BI desktop and make some things, some stuff in our computer, in our environment. Now today we can connect with the Power BI site and develop all the dashboard and the report in the web, and we don't need to install the Power BI desktop if we don't want. If you can't, you can connect. Maybe you use different computers in your work, so you can connect even in the browser from the Power BI tenant on the reports on different things. Okay, today, yes, today we use the Power BI REST API. That the Power BI REST API provides service endpoints for embedding administrations and user resource. And when you use the Power BI REST API, you can create apps that integrate with the Power BI report, dashboard, times, manage tasks of the Power BI object, update data sets, get different updates, times and dates of different data sets, who modify or update the data set of the the dashboard, and we can administrate the Power BI tenant through the Power BI REST API. Okay, and with the Power BI, okay, you have more than just, for example, dashboards and reports. And Power BI connects a variety of data sources and enable to view and explore data for e-resources in a single location. So you have many things to administrate, or many things that you in some point of the day want to know. At the end of the day, you want to know how happened, or what happened in my tenant. No, the question, what happened today in my tenant? So we can connect all the data, all the things in Power BI API. Okay, Power BI API. I say that, for example, we can get the gateways, data flows, report, data sets, workspaces. And we will see now in demo, and we have all the documentation about the Power BI or REST API, and all the operations and the endpoint in the documentation, in the official documentation of the Power BI REST API in Microsoft Docs. So we can go to the documentation again. Okay, I want to know about my dashboard, my reports, my data sets, my data flows, and with a click we saw all the operation, how the operation, what are the parameters that need the operation, and get data about that. We will see now in the demo that we have to register an application to use the Power BI REST API, because we have to enter to the dev.powerbi.com portal and register our app to set the permissions and enable different operations. For example, I can allow just to use gateway, or solve gateway, or create gateway, or delete gateways through the Power BI API. So it's an important thing. We have to first of all we have to decide what kind of operation we allow to the user to what information to see, and how different information to edit, and the different things that we have to think when we register our application to the Power BI API. So go directly to the demo. I want to forget to the demo, and the time is short. So, okay. We now here in the Power BI and the Power Virtualization portal. So we have to do four steps. First, for those who don't know how to create my first virtualization or a virtualization, okay, we came here to the robot button or icon and create a new bot. Click and create new bot. Here we give a name, for example, about learn Power BI admin. Okay. Language, okay, with in English, language English, and I take my default environment. Clicking create. Okay, this take a minute or less, but everything in the cloud maybe take a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you never know. Okay, change to our new bot. It's important to see how to create the bot and how the bot comes with the prebuilt actions or topic that the Power Virtualization says. Okay, we have here our Power Virtualization recently created. Our name ABI admin. So as you can see here, we have a test bot to test our bot. And when we create the bots comes with some default topics. For example, hello, greetings, say goodbye, thanks, and many of these common words. When you say hey, hello, for example, you can see that he say me, hey, I'm on Virtualization, I help with account question or the store information and more. And different things. There are topics. We have different. Okay, I first show what the topics are, and next how the Power Visual Agent show us what the topics respond with that we may make a question. So you see here, okay, lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. There are examples of a topic that we can create. For example, I need to, I don't know, reset a password, or I need access to some RDP desktop, different things. And the others, and I think greeting, end of conversations, goodbye, start over, thank you. There are, if you see here, in greetings, the trigger phrase, the trigger phrase for greeting has good afternoon, good morning, hello agent, and different. You can add more or modify someone or delete, or if you are creating in other language, are not other language but different ways to say hello. In Spanish, for example, I know in English too, but in Spanish, in my country, in Uruguay, we say hello many different ways that in Spain specifically do, and different that they say in, I don't know, in Mexico. So you can add different ways there that you can say different things. Okay. If that's again, okay, we go to reset and show. Show the thing. You will say hello again. Type hello. If I do click here in the first response. Hey, I'm a Virtualization. I can help with account questionnaires, store information, and more. You can see here that they open the greeting topic flow or conversation. I like to say that is the greeting flow, but the correctly way to say is that is the conversation, because this is a conversation. The trigger phrase of the conversation was good afternoon, hello agent, and the message from the virtualization is here. So I go to modify to one thing that we have to take in our hand, at the top of mind. We are creating a virtualization. We have to avoid maximum the frustration of the user, because if the user got frustrated, they didn't use it more, the virtualization in different ways. Think about yourself when you use your a virtualization or a chatbot or a simple chatbot in different, I don't know, in a store, different stores. If you ask one thing and they say I don't understand, you ask a second and then respond a different thing that you are asking, you save these thoughts, don't go to works and don't use it again. So it's very important to avoid the frustration. So and set the expectations of the user, because here, for example, hi, I'm a virtualization, I can help with Power BI. I mean, it's just for example. And this is an example, but you hear I said the expectative. I just can help you with Power BI administration question or tenant question, or if you want to say more, that's a Q&A Power BI for faculty questions. Now, how I create some things or how delete. Okay, you can, but in no matter what the scenarios that you use in your chatbot, you have to avoid the frustration. Okay, I go to delete that. But today, what we want to do, we want that when, okay, I go save. When the user type something, for example, I don't know,
Hey, just checking in. I think that Alex may have froze. Can someone let me know in the comments if that's the same for you? Yeah, it looks like it. So hopefully Alex will rejoin in a moment. In the meantime, make sure that you have registered for the event to get your access to the free Microsoft Learning materials that you will receive, because Microsoft do kindly support our Cloud Lunch and Learn sessions. So this way you get some free learning content, and it's a great way to show Microsoft that people are engaging with our sessions. So we really do appreciate it. Also, whilst we're waiting for Alex to rejoin, if you have not checked out the live launch video that the team did 2 days ago now, so on Monday, all about our Cloud Lunch and Learn Marathon event that's coming up in May the 13th, 24 hours of content, Cloud Skills Challenge, opportunity to win certification vouchers and swag kits, and we'll have we've got over 170 sessions, over 150 speakers. It's going to be 24 hours, a marathon of cloud learning. And we are all really looking forward to it. So please do check that out if you haven't already. Thanks for letting me know in the chat there, David. Yeah, I think we've lost Alex, but I'm sure he'll come back soon, and we'll wait here for him. But yeah, so Cloud Lunch and Learn Marathon event, 24 hours of cloud learning, a marathon, some might say, multiple language tracks. We're going to bring together the power of community to raise money for a charity we've selected. There'll be so much opportunity to get your hands on certification vouchers, Microsoft Cert vouchers, swag kits, and also just to join together with the community and have hopefully a fun time learning about the cloud. So if you've not registered, register, because that will enter you into a draw. We're currently running our first competition, which is the first 250 people to become registered to the event go into a lucky draw to win a Microsoft swag kit. We've got 20 up for grabs. So first 250 people go into a lucky draw, and you have a chance to win one of 20 Microsoft swag kits. And that's the first competition we're running. There will be lots more in the lead up to the event, during the event as well. So I'm just going to pop the link to the website there. And it seems like Alex has come back in, but I do not see him on camera. Just going to trial this out. Not sure it's working. So yeah, if you go to the link that I posted in the chat and you click register for the event, there is a button at the top with a counter that shows how many people have registered. And you can also scroll down to learn more about the event. And there's another opportunity to register there. You will receive a short form to fill in. To your email, we just ask that you put your name in there and you confirm your email and confirm you're okay with us basically keeping your email so that we can contact you about prizes to be won and let you know about future competitions and stuff leading up to the event. So yeah, please do that. 2 seconds. I'm just checking with Alex. Add them back in and see what's going on. We were just saying at the beginning that this new virtual world is allowing people from all over the world to join together to deliver these sessions on like a weekly basis, which is awesome. But you know, if we were in person, this wouldn't be happening. So definitely has its pros and cons. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but don't seem to be able to. Hello? I'll continue to hang around to see if Alex does come back. And in the meantime, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to play you guys our brand new Cloud Lunch and Learn intro. So I'll do that and then we'll jump back and see if we can salvage the session. Pretty cool video, huh? So we're pretty proud of that. We're working on some others behind the scenes. So yeah, let us know in the comments how you feel about that. I have a feeling that my cats are also about to start to make a lot of noise in the background. Okay, just going to try one more thing with Alex. I've got 2. Okay, Alex, if you can hear me, I'm going to kick you out of the studio and then try and rejoin. Okay. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like the video and if you're still here. Now, I've just seen Alex connect, but I'm not seeing a video, and I don't know why. Let's try. This does not look like that it's working, which is such a shame. Okay, I'm going to wait for another couple of minutes, and then what we might need to do is to stop this and potentially reschedule the session, because I want to see Alex's demo of Power Virtual Agents. So that is what we might need to do. Thanks to everyone who's currently sticking with me. I feel terrible about this not working. Okay, let's try. Yep, I have no idea what is going here. Such a shame that it's not working. Okay, everyone, I'm going to end the broadcast. Then I'm going to attempt to start the broadcast again. If that works, we can try and piece together the videos. So bear with me, and I will be back soon. Oh, Alex, I can see you. Can you speak? I can see you.
You can see me?
I can see you, and I can hear you. Yay!
Yeah. What happened? I'm in the same place and don't change everything in the network, nothing. Wow.
Yeah, that's
okay.
really, that's really strange. And I can see you joining, but it wasn't connecting to anything, and I'm not sure why. So I just had to basically fill the time with
Yeah, I get out and in 3-4 times, but
yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Not sure what.
No, I don't know. For sure, it's not your fault.
But I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a StreamYard issue or what's going on. But I'm glad to have you back, and because I want to see your virtual agents demo. So I'm glad that you're back.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. We don't know what happened with the connection. I don't know if it was my connection, stringent connection. I think was something was wrong in one point. But the good thing is I can hear again. Okay, let's a little bit more fast. That okay. I trying to say when we had the cat. We want you to do here was we want when the user asks to the power virtual and the presentation was exactly in this exactly point that when the connection goes. Okay, if I ask now at the virtualization about workspace, okay, they say sorry, I don't able to find related topics because we don't say what the workspace or what it means in the Power Virtualization. So I what we want to do, what to create a system fallback. That a system fallback in this case was means that on again put the virtualization as a person. When you don't understand what the user says, goes through the fallback topic, and I try to find the response. So we can bring here to the settings wheel and create a system fallback and add a system fallback. And goes to the fallback topic. Here, what's exactly what the trigger phrase of this topic of this fallback that when we don't is the unrecognized user input. That means everything that the user type that's not was the useful greetings, goodbye, thank you, things goes here to this flow or this conversation or this specific topic. So we have here unrecognized user input. Okay. We say we delete this, and the bot says, one moment, let me get your more help with the unrecognized get info that we use that phrase as a kind of debug things. And here there are one important thing, that is colon action. And to do that what is a colon action? In this colon action, we have to connect with our Power Automate flows that work as the orchestrator of our deep conversation and in trying to understand what the user wants, extracting the key phrases with Lewis, and connect with the Power BI API to get the response. So here we can create a new flow if we don't have even the flow created, or search for our already created Power Automate and connect. Here I have one get Power BI information. So I go to select. The input from this flow was the unrecognized trigger phrase. The output, or in this case it was in Spanish, salida, but the exit or output of this is a text. That's exactly the response from the user. Okay, but there is not the more important thing. The thing is how in the Power Automate we connect with that. But to recapitulate, the message, the unrecognized triggered phrase of the user, we process the unrecognized user phrase with calling a Power Automate flow, and the response of this Power Automate flow that she just a text or something like a connected formatted text to the output for message. But what they get Power BI information flow is, we came here, I have the Power BI information flow. And you can see here the process to get the information. So I have to try to do this fast, but here the input was the input that the user typed in the Power Virtualization. Okay, we process with two variables and the input, but the important thing was get the prediction with Lewis understanding. And here in the Lewis understanding, we pass the input, or entrada in Spanish, but it's the input, and we try to get the top scoring intent. At what is the scoring intent? Okay, here we have here in the Lewis.ai portal, we have an application that is I used to say the model, the training model of this application. Like I say, we have intentions or intents of the user. So I want dashboards of workspaces, for example. And to train the model, we just have to type the common ways that the users want to ask the different ways to ask the workspaces with an ID, with a name, and here we train, and that's all. They was to respond us with and the extract the workspace ID or the entities that I say they want to extract. Okay. When we get the prediction, we process the output. The output was in a JSON format. We have to extract the information exactly what is the top intent and what are the entities. And here we have a commuter. For example, we have different the switch. Then in the switch are the switch are in the different intentions of the users. The switch of the here, this is the intention of the user. We have process. We get the prediction of Lewis, and Lewis say that, okay, the user wants to know about the dashboards of a workspace. Okay, here we have the dashboards of a workspace. Okay, dashboards of a workspace. What are the entities? In this case, the dashboard of a workspace, what the entity to extract in dashboard workspace was the workspace ID. Let's write the workspace ID. Okay, get the workspace ID and call to the Power BI API. To call the Power BI API, we use a custom connector because not exists an official connector to Power Automate to Power Virtualization, to Power BI API. So we create a custom connector, and here we pass the entity. We get the response of the Power BI API and return the response to the Power Virtualization. One thing, to create the Power Automate custom connector, and the last thing to try to close involve the idea of the demo. In custom connectors, let me show. I go to open and in other stuff, the flow to go switching between the tabs. Okay, I'm already create the custom connector because we have many. We need several minutes to create the custom connector, or hours, in fact. So, but the data we have to add to the custom connector is the same if we see the edit in the edit Power BI custom connection. Okay, here in the first step, here information, the important thing is the scam is HTTPS. The host is api.powerbi.com, and the base URL is / security. When the Power Automate wants. Okay, security. Here, this is important. The authentication is OAuth 2.0. The identity provider is Azure Active Directory. The client ID and the secret ID, we got the client ID and the secret ID when we register our application in the Power BI portal. So if in this step we want to create, or we are creating, that is not the case, but we are creating the custom connector. We came here to the powerbi.com dev.powerbi.com/apps. If you don't put /ash, they don't open this page. Open the Power BI workspace or tenant page. We can sign in and show the last thing I promise. But we sign in. We do next to register our application. And the step, we create the application with a name, with an application type, the homepage URL, the redirect URL. There are things that I put here, okay? Scope, redirect URL. There are things I put in different. And like I say, in the previous slides before the demo, here we have the API access and select what we want to allow the user to do. So we can select all and say, okay, we do everything you want in the tenant. As admin, maybe it's okay, but there are other users, okay, use only to read, because the user wants to know different things about the gateway, data flow, workpage, report, dashboard, datasets, but had to read information. So they want to say different dataset or different dashboard are data or many of the operations that we can do in the Power BI API endpoint. Okay, so here we may register, and when we end and click in register, then open a pop-up, and in the pop-up show us the client secret and the client ID, so we can get it with that. And what's the operation that we can use about dataset, dashboard, and reports? If you came here to the Power BI REST API page of the documentation, and for example, came here in dataset, for example, you have the operation get a dataset, and you can add and say the operation get datasets, okay? But for example, you can update a data source, and if you are creating your custom connector and register your application, and in the process of the registration of the application, if you want to use the update parameters or update data source, you must select the read and write datasets, for example. Okay, so the difference between get only data or allow the user to do different things. Okay, and when you already connect your connector or your custom connector with the application already registered in the Power BI API, on the Power BI API application, you can here and create definitions. What are the definitions? The definitions are each operation that we want to publish or make visible in our custom connector. For example, I create get workspace, get gateways, get dashboards, and this I want to show you. What mean these operations? Mean in the time that this create, and for add a new action, for example, I don't know, add a new action. Okay, vamos a okay, test. test, post test. Okay, but don't worry about it. To create a new one, you just want you have to import a sample. So we here in datasets, for example, I don't know, refresh dataset, and they give us the posts. Okay. Okay, well, to get a refresh history, for example, to make simple. Here, for example, we copy, and here import requests. The verb is get, the URL is import, and we already create a new operation that the name must be refreshes data set, but we have to do anything more about that. So what are this operation? This operation, there are the thing we came here and you insert a new action, and obviously we have to came here to custom. The custom connector was the Power BI custom connector, but the operations are just the actions, and you pick the action, get gateways, get dashboards, get the data source, and these are the actions that we define, of course, in the definition in the custom connection. So maybe we can create different definitions and then test them. Okay? Just to end here, we go to save our Power Virtualizations. And I don't know, I say hello. If I say hello, you can see here that the response of the bot was the changing phrase about the say hello. And for example, like we saw workspaces, okay? We ask about my workspaces, information about my workspaces, or a list of my workspaces. You can see here, one moment. If everything goes okay. It's taking a long time. It's very fast. Okay, go again. I don't know what happened. Well, something is happening here. You think you can see here that the flows is running. Let's see what happened in the flow. Oh, you can see here Let's change in default. Get workspaces. Okay, the connector is not response. Let's see what happened. Wait, I have to change the modes to try someone and create, for example, this Power BI New York. We can here edit. Go to test. Get workspaces, test operation. Let's see what happened. Maybe something in the Power BI API it's not correct. But the thing is, we can connect our Power Virtualization with Power Automate, connecting with a cognitive service or a different service, and connect with other system and get information. And that, like I say, and the start of the presentation, the Power BI API was an excuse to show how to create a custom connector and connect with the Power BI API. But you can create a custom connector to connect with your legacy system with the Power with an API. So that the thing that I want to show. So let's try one more time, and it doesn't work. It's okay. It's a lot thing. Okay, let's see. For example, workspaces. Let's see what happened. Okay. I have some problem with the have token exchange, but don't worry about it. Okay, let's. Okay, at the end is the same. The excuse was show how to connect. This was a problem with a token. Don't worry about that. And that's it. I don't know if I have some questions, Lisa.
Hey, Alex, there's no questions in the chat at this time.
Okay. 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 I repeat again for those who saw the presentation. I encourage to use the cognitive service, combine different way with the power platform, with Power Automate, with Power Virtualization, connect with different legacy system. It's a whole new world to experiment with the cognitive service and the Power Automate. So that's my short story. Okay, my social networks, you have send me some question and connect with me with mail, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, so you can connect with me. And thanks again, Lisa and the entire team to create this community, fantastic community, and continue to share with the entire communities.
Thanks so much, Alex. And yeah, sorry for whatever happened with StreamYard midway through, but you handled it like a pro. Thanks so much for taking the time to come and teach us today all about the power of AI and virtual agents. Really enjoyed your session. And hopefully you'll come back and present again for us. And I know that you'll be delivering sessions as part of the Cloud Lunch and Learn Marathon. So that's awesome. Really awesome to have you there as well.
Yeah, see you soon.
Yeah, See you soon, everyone. Thanks for
Okay.
joining.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.